Hello everyone, it's Sandra and welcome to today's video. If this is your first time stumbling upon my channel, welcome. It is so great to have you. I love to talk about mainly luxury beauty. Sometimes I sprinkle in a little bit of fashion. And while I love exploring new launches, I love to be in the loop, I equally love using up and savoring what I already have. If that resonates with you, please subscribe. It is great to have you here. Today is just a good old-fashioned monthly favorites. I have some skincare, hair care, a little bit of body care, some makeup, things that I have really enjoyed that have been on heavy rotation. So I'm going to get started with makeup actually. One of the biggest makeup heartbreaks of the last few years was when my favorite fuller coverage blemish concealer was discontinued. This is the Mercier Secret Camouflage, and this is a ride or die product for me for probably like close to 15 years. This just covers and lasts really well. So they discontinued this shortly after the pandemic. I feel like maybe in 2021, 2022. And I had purchased a backup of it. It's not a product that I use up quickly. And this was the last backup that I had in the shade SC3. And this year, I was over the moon when I saw that Laura Mercier decided to bring it back. I'm so happy about it. And they actually reached out and they asked if they could send it to me, which was just such a pinch me moment because I've been a loyal customer for literally over a decade. And they said if you were shade SC3 in the old one, you would be shade number 2 in the new one. But they actually ended up sending me shades 1, 2, and 3. So here is a side-by-side comparison. So what's new? As you can see, the new version of Secret Camouflage is a lot smaller. It's something that I've seen a lot of brands do actually. They don't change the price, but they change the amount of product that you get. The old Secret Camouflage had 5.92 grams, and in the new one you get 3.2 grams. So it's about half the product. And as you can see here in terms of the shades, with the old one you just had 2 pans of product. With the new one you have 3 pans of product. So you have a neutral, a warm, and a cool. Shade 2, you can see it leans, it's just maybe a touch darker than the old SC3. It works really well for me. This is actually, I used it today just to cover up some blemishes. In terms of performance and formula and coverage, they are the same. The new one feels a touch more creamy, but it could also be because it is a newer product. Like this is old. I bought this in 2021. Let me show you shade 1. I'd say the shades of the new Secret Camouflage maybe run just a tad darker, but I also used to use SC4 when I was more tan. And I'd say if you were an SC4 user, I think shade 3 in the new one would be a better match. So here are the shades 1, 2, and 3. But I'd say if you're like close to my skin tone most of the time, shade 2, you can get away with just having shade 2. The next complexion product I wanted to shout out, every single time I reach for it, I remind myself to talk about it more often because I don't see that many people talk about it, and it's a phenomenal product. And this is the Caliray Magic Hour Setting Powder. I have this in the shade Golden, and this is a loose powder that just gives the most beautiful soft focus, blurring and smoothing effect to the skin. It does not have any oil control. So if you have combination oily skin, you will have to kind of rely on other products in your routine for oil control. But this just gives the most beautiful, soft, blurred finish. And my makeup just looks so good when I use this as my finishing powder. I love to use just a big fluffy brush to apply it. This is the BK Beauty 102. I usually just dab my brush in whatever powder is left on the cap. So if your skin texture is one of your main concerns, it is for me. I struggle with larger pores and some acne scarring. This is a great powder to have in your routine. This has just been my favorite. I love the effect that it gives. For blush, I have been very loyal to my Prada cream blushes. Even though I am partially a hater of them, I think the packaging is cheap and I don't love the triangle shape because while I appreciate that they're trying to do something unique, It's a small triangle, and most blush brushes out there are not triangles. So it just has like a really messy application, which is one of my pet peeves, but the product itself is phenomenal. It is quite literally the best cream blush formula I have ever used. It is so long wearing. It is smoothing. Again, if you're somebody that struggles with your skin texture or pore size, this is the most beautiful, soft, blurred skin finish blush, and it's super easy to blend, and it is incredibly long lasting. This looks the exact same at the end of the day. Even after a long day in the heat, my main gripe is the packaging. You know, you don't feel like you're really having a luxury experience. They're charging you a luxury price point, but the packaging is just a little bit lacking in my opinion. I also wish they had more cooler tones. They do lean quite warm, at least on my skin. You know, they might not be warm when you're looking at swatches online, but on my skin, they do all pull a little bit warmer. I did film a YouTube short trying on the 4 shades that the brand had sent me. So far this summer, I used the shade Peach and Dahlia the most. I'm wearing the shade Dahlia today. Sometimes I layer a powder blush on top, and today I opted for my favorite Chantecaille blush. This is the Wild Horses blush. This is one of my most used blushes, and I still have not reached pan. If I had to only choose one pink powder blush to get me through the rest of my days, this would be it for me. It is just the most beautiful. So I have just a little bit of it at the center of my cheeks in conjunction with the Prada Dahlia. And then the other Chantecaille product that's a newer product to my collection is their Luminescent eye shade in the color Mustang. This is the only eyeshadow I'm wearing on my eyelids today. It's just the most stunning one and done shade. It's such a good muted neutral taupey shade, and you do have, it has a really nice shiny finish, but it's not not chunky glitter or anything. It doesn't emphasize crepiness. If you have hooded eyelids, or if you have crepey eyelids, if you have more mature skin, their textures are very, very elegant and very forgiving. I just love the gentle definition it gives to my eyes, but it just feels very chic and polished. I've also been really impressed with the new Merit mascara. I liked their old mascara too, but they have revamped their mascara and I enjoy it. It's a tubing mascara with a very small wand. I love how small it is, and you just can really get in there. It's really precise, and the formula itself is just a great tubing formula. I don't get any flaking or transfer with it throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, it's really easy to just remove with warm water. If you are a fan of like the Tower 28 mascara, you will probably like this as well. I find them very comparable in terms of the results. But I have to say, between the two, I prefer the Merit just a little bit more because of the wand, because it's so small. It's not the most amazing curling longevity. Nothing, no matter how many mascaras I've tried, no matter the brand, high end or low end, nothing holds my curl better than like the hardcore Japanese mascaras. The Japanese or Korean mascaras that I've tried, but those are very, very waterproof, and those require an oil-based remover, and sometimes they'll just tugging at my eyes with an oil. I just don't feel like doing that every day, you know? I just much prefer the ease of a warm water gentle removal of a tubing mascara, but the tubing mascaras don't hold a curl quite as well as the long-wearing, curling, waterproof formulas that I usually buy from Yes Style. The woes of having lashes that just kind of grow like this. And I feel like they're getting more stubborn as I'm getting older. I don't remember struggling this much to keep my lashes curled when I was younger. So just an interesting thing to note. Curious if any of you have experienced a similar thing. The Gucci lip stain in the shade 130. Oh my gosh, this is so good. The only thing I don't love about it is the scent. All of Gucci's lip products have that floral scent, that floral perfume scent that I'm just not a big fan of. The formula is fantastic, and I've been wearing this a lot. It's a very gorgeous, thin, but really, really hydrating lip stain. And the color range is really, really good. They are a bit more pigmented and the stain is stronger than the Violette lip nectars, but they are a bit less thick and less glossy, less cushiony than the Violette lip nectars. But overall, I'd say if you like the Violette lip nectars, you will also like the Gucci. And the advantage of the Gucci is that you get a wider shade range and the stains of the Gucci are longer lasting. So this is Gucci 130 and this is the stain that it leaves behind. This is just a really pretty kind of warm caramel stain. So this is what I'm wearing today. I just blotted the top off and I just wanted to have the stain as a base, and then I mixed it with a little bit of Chantecaille Bamboo lipstick on top. Bamboo is an amazing nude. The Chantecaille lip cremes don't smell like anything, and I do have a code for 25% off all Chantecaille products on their website until July 31st. The code is Sandra25. It's in conjunction with their friends and family sale this year. Then at the very center of my lips, I put a little bit of gloss on top. This is one of my favorite glosses, which unfortunately just got discontinued. This is the Chanel Rouge Coco Gloss in shade 722 Noce Moscata, a really stunning pinky nude. It is so gorgeous. I love this so much. It had very, very fine, tiny, tiny flecks of shimmer in it too, and it just always gives me such a beautiful effect on the lips. And Chanel reformulated their lip glosses recently, and they did this really annoying thing where some of the colors they kept, but some of them they didn't, and then they introduced new colors. And at any rate, 722 Noce Moscata was on the chopping block. It's not part of the new reformulation, which is such a bummer. I don't know why they did that. I always thought that this was a popular shade, but I guess not. They also discontinued that other really popular shade, the Milky, the cooler toned Milky Pink called Rose Naif, which a lot of my friends swear by. That's like the favorite of so many people that I know. And they got rid of that too. So I don't know. Hopefully they'll bring those shades back at some point. None of the new shades, like none of the shades in the current range speak to me. What a bummer. I'm just going to savor and enjoy this while I still have it. That's it for the makeup. Let's move on to skincare, body care, and hair care. For hair care, I have one shout out, and it's the Crown Affair Smoothing Air Dry Cream. This is phenomenal. I've tried some mousses over the past few months as well, and I haven't tried the Crown Affair mousse, but I've tried a L'Oreal mousse and a Chris McMillan mousse that I had received in PR, and I just don't love the mousses on my hair. Didn't like the way that they made my hair feel, even though they did deliver a nice definition to my waves. At any rate, my favorite product for enhancing my natural waves and for taming frizz and just keeping my hair really smooth and soft and manageable for air drying is the Crown Affair. It's just so good. So my hair is air dried. I air dried it yesterday. So this is my hair's natural texture. I have natural wavy hair. So what I do is I put this in a small amount, and the hair has to be wet for best results. So the ends of my hair usually dry pretty fast. So I just keep a spray bottle on hand to make sure I'm really saturating my ends with water. And then I apply some of this cream in my hands, and then I just scrunch, and it gives me really beautiful, soft, touchable, weightless waves. And then what I do in the days after that, just to touch up some of the waves or curls, because sometimes they can get messed up, or I lose a little bit of definition just from sleeping, I just touch them up with a curling iron or a curling wand. I really love the GHD curling wand for this. Usually the front pieces I touch up, and I usually just touch them up once, and my hair holds a curl really well. So this will usually stay like this until my next wash day. So usually, the fronts, if I just want a little bit more control, I can just go in and touch up with a curling wand or curling iron. This does have heat protection in it as well, so it's such a great product for me and for the way I like to do my hair in the summer, because I can't be bothered with a blow dryer when it's already so hot outside. So I love to air dry my hair and then just touch it up with a curling iron as needed. And like I said, love the fact that this has heat protection in it, but for extra insurance, I also use a separate spray heat protectant too on the sections that I use a curling iron on. And my favorite spray heat protector is the one from Oribe. That one is just chef's kiss and great if you have fine, thin hair and you don't like to feel the texture of things in your hair. I just love things that are super, super weightless. I hate the feeling of my hair being weighed down, and it gets weighed down really easily. For skincare and body care, I wanted to give a shout out to my favorite facial and body sunscreen lately. For the face, I'm using the La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV Immune 400, the oil control version, the oil control gel cream. This is amazing. I also have the hydrating version. This is the European formula, so I buy it on a website called Care2 Beauty. It is more expensive ordering from that website, and if you do order from that website, I recommend paying extra for shipping with UPS or FedEx with like customs and duties and tariffs like already prepaid. That way you just have quick delivery and a very seamless experience. And then obviously the most budget-friendly version would be if you are traveling to Europe, or if you have friends and family traveling to Europe, you can just ask them to pop into a pharmacy and buy you some, because it is less expensive if you purchase it in Europe. The hydrating formula looks the exact same, except this green stripe is blue, and that one will be amazing for colder weather in the fall and the winter when my skin is a little bit more dehydrated or dry. That one just leaves a very hydrated, luminous look behind, whereas this just kind of sinks in and gives me more of a natural skin finish. And then for the body, my favorite body sunscreen is the Vacation Classic Whip. This is the SPF 30 version. They also make it in SPF 50, and this is just so fun. It looks like a can of whipped cream. It sinks into the skin nicely, has a beautiful soft coconutty scent. Once it kind of sets, it's quite comfortable. I don't feel it being too heavy or too sticky. They have a lot of really fun sunscreen products and sunscreen formulas. And then to fake the sun-kissed glow, I have been getting back into fake tan. I took a break for a few years from the fake tan. I used to be a regular fake tan user. I worshipped at the Church of Saint-Tropez Mousse, but then this year I just felt compelled to try again. And I saw Devin from Dev's Day recommend this particular mousse on Instagram, and usually her recommendations work really well for me. So I bought this to try. I bought this at Ulta. It's the Coco and Eve Sunny Honey Bali Bronzing Foam, the ultra dark version. And the key to this is, for me at least, is to only leave it on for the minimum amount of time, because I don't want an ultra dark effect. I want a subtle hint of warmth, and this doesn't pull orange at all. The tan of this is really, really natural. I put this on all over. I use a tanning mitt in order to really distribute it evenly, and then I wait 2 hours and then I shower it off, and then it will continue to develop for the several hours after that, but it develops really nicely, and this is the least smelly fake tan I've ever used. It barely has that like Cheeto fake tan scent, which I really, really love. The tan itself lasts about a week on me, but it fades really evenly. It doesn't get all weird or patchy or anything, which I'm a big fan of. I am not wearing it today. I don't have any fake tan on at the moment, just because I'm doing a round of laser hair removal on my legs this week. And if you're getting laser hair removal, you cannot be tan at all. You cannot have tanned, like real or fake tan at all, just to help, with the contrast of the of the hair. So I'm taking a little bit of a break from this, but oh my gosh, I just feel so nice with this on. I literally feel and look like I've just been on vacation, which is just delightful. And if you watch my last video that I did, the one that's like summer go-tos, I look more tan and sun-kissed in that one. That's because I was wearing this. I was wearing this on my body, and then on my face, I don't love to use this on my face. On my face, I like this. This is the Dolce Glow Aqua Hydrating Face Mist Self Tanner. I use it maybe 2 to 3 times a week, especially on my neck, because my neck can get so pale even in the summertime. So this just kind of takes the edge off and just gives me a nice warmth. Like I said, right now I don't have any fake tan on, but yeah, you can watch my last video for the full effect of what it looks like when I'm freshly fake tanned. But yeah, big fan of this Dolce Glow mist. And then for a more like either like a maintenance in between, or if I don't want to do like a full body tan, I just want to add a bit of warmth to my legs and arms and shoulders. I love these tanning drops, also from Dolce Glow, the Hydrating Self Tanning Drops. I just put 3 to 4 drops of this mixed in with like a body lotion, a lightweight body lotion, and then I just apply it my arms and legs. It's super easy to use and to spread, and again, it's not streaky at all. It's very subtle. And this is the Ceramide Milky Essence from Cyklar. I'm almost out of it. I will 100% be repurchasing. This is such a beautiful lightweight body serum, body lotion. I am trying to be more diligent with my body skincare, and this is the perfect product to use in the mornings because it's so lightweight and it sinks in so easily. I don't have to wait before I get dressed, and I can just quickly put this on my arms, my legs, my chest, all over. It just sinks in so beautifully, leaves a really nice hydrated, soft skin behind. It doesn't disturb fake tan either. The secret to having a long-lasting fake tan that doesn't get patchy is to be really good and diligent with your body hydration and body moisturization routine. So this is amazing. Really love this. So this is like my morning body moisturizing step. In the evening, I can use something a little bit more moisturizing. Right out of the shower, I can do a body oil or a thicker body lotion, but I love this for during the day. Look at me talking as if I'm some fake tanning expert. I literally stopped fake tanning for 3 or 4 years, but just because I've been getting back into it over the last few months, and yeah, I feel like I'm really happy with the routine that I've established. I'm super happy with these products, and I can see myself continuing to be loyal to them for a while because, like I said, this routine just really works for me, and I'm very happy with the results. And those are my favorites for July 2026. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, if you have any recommendations, as always, I'll be chatting with you in the comments below. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.